Kane with Luke Kane Outdoors here. Uh, I was just shooting another part of the video for the sea light install, and I was sitting here thinking, I had a few questions asked on how I do my bank poles, and it's like, well, heck, I'm not doing anything tonight. The kids have laid down, my wife's asleep, and I'm out here in the garage since it's cooled off, and I'm just tinkering with stuff. But I was like, well, what better way than just to show you how I do them? I mean, I do it the same way a lot of other guys do it. I think a lot of us just watch videos and of each other, and then just make our own, make our own idea out of other people's ideas. But I enjoy doing it. I build several for people all the time. Uh, I mean, there's really nothing to them. It's very plain and simple. I did get overly complicated. Um, when I first started, I added so much crap to them that it was unreal. Uh, over the years of me bank polling, I've kind of simplified. And actually, I seen a video not too long ago of Corey, uh, Corey Gibson, I believe is his name, on Facebook. Been watching him for a little while now, and seen one of his videos where he was putting together bank poles, and I was like, "Dadgum, I do mine the same way, except for I run more 1/2 inch by 8 foot, and he runs a lot of them big 11/16 by 12 foot." And actually, I've got 10 here. I drove up to Tombstone Tackle and purchased those bank poles there. Great place. I'll go ahead and recommend it. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. I just wish they weren't 7 hours from me. But I drove up there. I bought 30 of the 11/16 by 12 foot bank poles, and uh, I've got one drilled here. I'm gonna actually change up my design, and you'll kind of see. And I'll show you what I've got on my 8 footers. I'm gonna use that same concept on these 11/16. But I built 10 of the 11/16 for a man in East Tennessee. He's supposed to come pick them up. Had a buddy reach out to me. He wanted 10, so I built 10 for him, and I'm keeping 10 for myself. But I run about 20 of the 1/2 inch ones all the time. We'll set 1/2 inch bank poles, and we'll run 20. Um, that's about all I really want to handle is 20 poles. It takes a lot of energy. I don't think people really realize how much work it is. But anyway, I'll just kind of show you what I'm talking about here on how I do them. And everything I start with my main line just right off the jump. It's very simple. It's let's see here, my lighter, but go ahead and burn this end right here. When I'm burning these ends, oh man, when I am burning these ends, I don't get them just extremely hot. I just get it enough to where I can taper it. I don't mushroom it or flatten it out. That way I can still get the line through my sinker. I run into that all the time. Now, your loop in is just going to be a standard overhand knot. Man, my nose is itching. I've had sinus problems. The weather keeps changing. It's always hot, when it finally cools down, then I'm not used to it cooling down just for a little bit. But we got this extreme heat. Well, that's what they call for Tennessee anyway. But I know there's a lot of other places it's a whole lot hotter, and I don't want to go there. But the humidity is what kills it here. Anyway, you do your overhand knot just like that, and so that leaves you with a loop. What I do is I have a line here already made, and I keep this line. It's usually actually tied to a screw or something like that, and I'm working on this little section right here. I'm going to put my line up there so I can just roll it off a spool. And then I'll have one of these as a template. But I just take it and I match my line all the way down. Because I keep all my stuff the same length. Just clip it like that. And you do the same thing. I just lightly burn these in, or on this end. I just lightly burn it. I take it and I roll it. Just like that. And that's all you got to do. So we'll just set this other one to the side here. We'll go ahead and set this main line up here. And then what I do is, let's see here. I haven't put all my sinkers in my box yet because I hadn't got that thing bolted down. I'm scared it's going to fall off the table. But what I do is I just feed it through that egg sinker like that right there. And that's all there is to that. And I use 6/0 barrel swivels. I get my egg sinkers and the barrel swivels from Tombstone Tackle. You don't have to drive up there. They'll ship it straight to you. And to be honest with you, they're a local shop. So, I mean, I say a local, they're a small town shop. And I'm all about supporting it. So, I like to support small business. I'd rather do that than I had support Amazon. But when I tie my swivel on, I just take it, I loop it around, and then I wrap my line 3 times. I feed it back through my loop, pull the tag line up a little bit, and I push that knot up, get it tight, and then just pull it, and it'll sink right down. And that's all there is to your main line. The reason I do this, and you'll see in just a second, is because I use speed clips for all of my leaders. So this is a main line, and I'll actually make a few of these and keep them as spares. And I'll make a few leaders and I'll keep them as spares too. But anyway, so there's our main line there. We're gonna put it down. Now I'm gonna show you how I do my leaders. What I do is 16 inches on my leaders. And now that I've done painted this top today, I done lost my marks, so we'll just do it like this. But I go 16 inches on my leaders because by the time I tie them up, I get about 12 inches out of them. That's what I like to have, is about a 12-inch leader. Now you might like a little more and you might like a little less, but I just cut it off at 16 inches. And I do the same thing. I just lightly burn these ends. And then all of my speed clips, like I was talking about, I take a 2/0 barrel swivel. This one here is just a Team Catfish one because I got these on sale and I bought a bunch of them, so I got them. But this is just a stainless steel. It's a trot line clip is what it is, but you know, call it a speed clip. What I do, if you can see here, is I take it and I start that swivel right there on the inside tab. I push it out like that. I roll it down that shaft. You get it down here, just like that. Pull it. So there you go. Now you got your swivel on your speed clip. I do the same thing with my knots here. I just take it and I wrap it around there, and I try to keep these a little short so I don't eat up too much of my leader here. But 3 times, well, see, I got that in too short. But just take it and wrap it 1, 2, 3 times. And I don't know how good you can see that, but pull your tag up there a little bit. I don't really worry about keeping my tag short on these, but because it's up towards the top anyway. And there you go. So that's where we're at right now. Now we're going to go to our hook. Now what I've been using on my hooks here lately, I was using Catmax hooks from Bass Pro Shop, and I would buy them every year when I went to Florida. When we go to Destin, I'd stop at Bass Pro and I'd buy them every year, and I'd get 25 of them cheap. I mean, it's like $7, $8 for 25 hooks. Um, I ended up recently trying the Gamakatsu octopus hooks, they're 10-aught, and I didn't have much luck with them. I had several clean hooks. Uh, you know, either the bait's coming off or something's pulling the bait off and just not hooking up or staying hooked. So I ended up going and getting these Catfish Pro. These are the Catfish Pro Tournament Series hooks. And I'll show you the package that they come in. That's what it looks like right there. I've used some of their rods and stuff, but these are 9-aught, 9-aught circle hooks, offset circle hooks, and it does have a true offset. It stays your spine here, your shank anyway, stays all the way to about right here, and then it curves out. I call a fake offset hook when the whole thing's bent back here on the shank, but this is a true offset hook, and so far these have been working really good. But anyway, just again, same thing. Let me see if I can get it up here at the camera this time. But all you gotta do is take it and you wrap it. 1, 2. Well, look, I get it too short sometimes. But just take it and wrap it. 1, 2, 3. Feed it right back through that loop right there. And this one I do kind of keep my tag a little shorter. Just pull it down. And that's it. So there's your leader. When I do that, so each one of these stays on my bank pole, and I have a clip on my bank pole that I hook this swivel to. Now sometimes I make them all to where the end of my hook meets that clip most of the time. Now on my 8-footers, I don't typically do that because I like to keep a little extra line on them. With these on the 12-footers, I like to just have the hook run down to the clip. But if I got kids in the boat, or if I got my dog with me or something like that, I like to keep the hooks off the poles because you never know. I mean, kid can trip and fall and get one hung in his leg, and I mean that's just a visit to the emergency room. So anyway, all I do is when it's sitting there and we pull up to a pole, sometimes we'll bait this hook first. We'll have bluegill sitting on this hook, and then we'll just turn around, clip it right there, pull it down, and there she is. Then when we go and pick up our poles, we just pop it off. And then we hang this in the bucket. And it's as simple as can be. But I'll show you on one of these 12-footers how I do wrong one. So all I do with that leader, or that main line, I mean, is I just take that loop, I feed it through the hole on this. And you have to drill all these bank poles. And you need to watch when you drill them. You need to keep some pressure against the back. And what I like to do is I like to take some masking tape and wrap around it because they will splinter. They will break. They'll break off in pieces there. It's fiberglass. So I just take it and I pull it through that loop. After I stick that loop through the hole, I just take it and I pull it tight. And that's it. Then we'll throw a half hitch on it. That way it's not just pulling all the time on. Well, come on now, I done it backwards. That way it's not just pulling all the time on the hole itself, because I mean they do got some edges on where you drill it. But anyway, that's pretty much it on them. I'll show you the clips I use, and you can also get the clips at Tombstone Tackle. I get my a lot of my line there. I've started to where I really like this ultimate. It's called Ultimate Trotline line, Camo Cat, I think. But I run my main line is 370 pound test. Uh, my leaders are 190 pound test. That's what I that's what I like to run. Which is that's 190, and then this is 370. And I haven't had any issues out of this line so far. I also like the H&H line. It's green, braided line. I only use braided. I don't use twisted. But um, I mean, these are the 8-footers here, and you can kind of see how I've got these. That's my clip. That's what I was talking about. And I got these for 11/16 too, and you can pick them up at Tombstone Tackle. But these have 8-ounce sinkers on them as well. I have run some 6-ounce. Typically, when I get the 6-ounce, local anyway, the hole's not big enough for my line. But this is what I was talking about. I'm going to do something a little different on the 11/16. I take all of my 8-footers and I press PEX on it. I heat this PEX up and I press it down on it. Then I loop my line through there and I go. And of course, I've got my tag. I use these zip tags, and I just recently ordered some copper tags for traps. And I'm going to end up more than likely using those, or I have a whole roll. Actually, it's in my truck, but I have a whole roll of stickers I had made that have a little bit of reflective on each end. It has all my information. It has my name, my conservation number, my phone number on it. I might end up using those. I mean, I change them so much sometimes as far as, different ideas and what I find that works easiest for me. The setup I have now currently is probably the best setup I've run. Um, I really, I really enjoy running this setup. It's not much to keep up with, and I've had them where I hate twisting the line up around the pole and stuff getting all tangled up in my boat, and it just, I don't want a mess. I want something simple, easy, and something I can do repetitively and do it quick. Cause I'll be honest with you, setting poles, especially taking the kids, that's the hard parts, getting them all set, picking your location, and doing all that. So I want to do it quick and have everything where it's readily accessible in the boat to be able to get it done. But anyway, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's how I do my bank poles. That's how I do my leaders and my main lines. Uh, on these 11/16, while I was talking about that PEX, actually 3/4 inch PEX. Believe it or not, it says it's a 3/4 inch inside diameter. Well, that's an 11/16 OD bank pole. I don't know who's measuring what, but I took a piece I cut off of some that had some splintered ends on. Took it up to Lowe's. I went back there to the PEX, and sure enough, I think I can make that 3/4 inch work. It doesn't slide over 11/16. But anyway, I mean, usually that's like the PEX that's on my 8-footers. That's 1/2 inch PEX on a 1/2 inch pole. So it's heated up, and then you got to pound it on. Same way is going to be with these 11/16. So I don't know which one's not true. I haven't took a micrometer or anything to measure it, but one of them isn't right. And hopefully, anyway, I can get all that done. I think I'm gonna run like 6 inches on these just to make them look a little cooler. Since I think it is gonna go on a little easier instead of the 1/2 inch on 1/2 inch, because I really had to pound them on. Uh, I have to heat them up real good, and I have to take them, press them, pound them up against something, and try to keep them from crinkling. It does take some work, but I found that it's a lot easier on my line too. It doesn't have all them sharp edges for it to pull on when you drill that hole. And I still ream the holes on the poles when I drill them, but sometimes it does fray a little bit. You got friction there, so it's gonna fray if you have fish sitting there wallowing around on it. I have used the hog rings. Not a fan. Actually, I've got some in the bed of my truck. I got to redo for a friend of mine. Uh, not a fan of them. I don't like them. I know there's a lot of people that like them. And hey, to each their own. I mean, whatever works best for you is the best way to do it. I'm 100% about that. But I just do not like the hog rings. Um, they rust out really bad for one, and for two, they always seem to like pinch the pole. But anyway, excuse me. Um, anyway, so like I said, that's the bank poles. They're they're very simple to make. You have a lot of fun. I highly recommend doing them. And if I'm close to you, I'll be more than glad to build them for you. I have no problem. Like I said, I build them for people all the time. If you don't want to take the time, and it does take time, so just be prepared for that. But if you don't want to take the time to do it and have the frustrations of changing it up, I'll be more than glad to get it done for you. Uh, I'm right up here in West Tennessee, outside Jackson, so if you're around close, I'll be more than glad to do it. But I appreciate y'all watching, and good luck to you on your fishing, and I'll see you in the next video.